Hiya folks, and welcome back to my little corner of the internet. I kind of want to do more talky videos, so this is another one. I'm going to talk about art pet peeves. I don't really have any particular ones when it comes to like art style or whatnot. It's more like the experience of being an artist. God, I sound so pretentious. But one of my pet peeves is when, especially, it was mainly a thing in primary school, but when people would ask me to teach them how to draw, and that used to bug me so much, because like, especially, it'd be mainly people that I don't even talk to. I mean, I'd be more like cool if it was my friend, but most of my friends weren't, the art type. There wasn't really many at my primary school anyway. So it'd just be these random people would be like, hey, can you please teach me how to draw a face? Can you please teach me how to draw a dog or a cat? Since in primary school especially, I was really big on drawing animals. I can't really draw them that much now, which I kind of feel bad. I feel like all the animal art books that my mum bought me, my dad bought me, have all like gone to waste. But I guess and the thing that would bug me the most is that it'd take an entire break or both breaks of the day, and nothing would really stick because one, I'm not a teacher, and two, they're obviously not going to practice. But I'd sit down on the silver seats, and I'd have my little sketchbook, and I'd of course have to rip out a piece of paper for them to draw. And I'd go over the basics, the circle, the lines through it to indicate like the face, like where bits go, because that's what the art books taught me. But like a common mistake is that they'd always press too hard, and I'd always be like, oh no, do it lightly. But then they'd like dig the pencil into the paper, and like I'd be like, well, that's not gonna rub out. That's great. But and I hate the fact that like it'd be people that I didn't know, and they'd expect me to be like this great teacher, and like I'm not a teacher, and I was like pretty shy as a kid, so like people I didn't know talking to me in the first place was like weird, and then me having to tell them what to do was even weirder, because I was like, I don't want to be mean, I don't want to sound bossy, but when you're teaching someone what to do, like, you can have to be at least a little bit more assertive, because you're like, this is how you do it. But obviously with art, like, there is no set way to do things, but when you're a kid, you want there to be a set way to do things, which is why they come to me to ask for help. But another thing that really used to bug me is when after a like tutorial session, they look at the comparisons and they'd like complain. They'd be like, oh, my art is so terrible, yours is so good, how do you become so good? And I'd be like, oh, like mine isn't great. Like, I mean, I was like, what, 10, 11, like my art was shit back then. But they'd always be like, yours is so good compared to mine, like, can I keep this paper? Which would be like, yeah, sure, I don't need it. And they're like, they stole art from me. No. I just hate it when people make fun of themselves or talk down about their stuff or their ability, because I'm like, in this awkward situation, I look obligated to like compliment them. Which, I mean, there's always like beauty and good things in whatever we make, in everything we make. But as a kid, I just felt like in this awkward situation, because in my head I'm like, yeah, yours is pretty bad, and I don't know if you're ever going to be good, because you probably won't practice, and you haven't been doing this since you were like 3. That was just one of the things that really bugged me, is when people asked to teach them how to draw. I mean, I don't get asked that anymore, which I'm kind of glad, especially after graduating high school. In college now, no one really asks me about anything. But I mean, I guess in like year 7, 8, or whatever the Yanks call middle school. Yeah. I think it's middle school, year 7 and 8. I don't really know the American education system, like what's elementary, what's middle, and what's high school. It's confusing to me, since in Australia and like I guess in England it's like you have primary school and then you have high school. But yeah, in year 7, 8, a couple of my friends would always be like, they would ask me like, hey, teach me how to draw. And I would, I wasn't gonna be rude, but it'd always be the same thing, like, I can't draw, I'm terrible at drawing. Oh my god, I just remember one of the things I really hate is when people say I can't draw, I can only draw a stick figure. It's still drawing something. Like, I know it's not much, but it's still something. That's what really bugs me. But like, everyone can draw, and if it's not the fact that you can't draw, it's that you don't have a passion for drawing. If you don't have a passion for something, then you're not going to get better. You're not going to want to get better. So even if you have that, that 20-minute break with me at lunch or recess learning how to draw a face, that's not going to automatically make you like I almost said Mozart like a Picasso or something. You need to keep at it. And a lot of art, like for me, because I like a lot of contemporary stuff, they're like scribbly things, but an everyday person would be like, oh, that's just a bunch of scribbles, that's not even real drawing. Like a kid drew that. Like, I appreciate that kind of art. So if you scribble or draw something that's like to the public is bad, but you keep at it and you like this, no, I made this for a reason, then like, I'm gonna appreciate that much more. Like, even if you don't get quote unquote better, as long as you're like drawing, like, this is my passion, I like drawing in this way, that's awesome. But if you don't have a passion for it and then you ask me to teach you how to draw, I'm not like the fairy godfather. I'm gonna make you magically like some kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio painting. Did I say Leonardo DiCaprio? Oh my god, Leonardo da Vinci, and make pictures out of your ass. Like, no, I don't know where I'm going anymore. But yeah, it really used to bug me as a kid. It's when people would like ask me to teach them to draw, because I was wasting my break instead of playing with my friends or talking with my friends. I was teaching this almost stranger how to draw a face that they weren't going to appreciate, that they were going to look at and think was ugly, and then never draw again. Because like, what's the point? It really used to get on my nerves a lot. Anyway, this was like a rant more than, I guess, an artist pet peeve. Or artist pet peeves kind of like a rant video? I don't know. But anyway, that's just my little, I guess, my opinion on like when people ask you. I mean, it's obviously different if you are passionate about art and you actually want to try and learn something and you want to continue practicing, then like it's fine. But when you're like, you have no interest in art but wanting to suddenly be this famous artist, like one little shitty art lesson with me, a 10-11 year old, isn't gonna make you like this masterpiece of an artist. It's just not gonna happen. But if you practice on your own time, and keep at it and keep practicing, you're obviously going to get better. I mean, I've been drawing for about 10 years, obviously over, because everyone draws or scribbles when they're like babies. But I got pretty serious not serious, I got like determined to be better when I was like in year 3 or 4. Like, my parents started giving me like these art books. They thought that I was interested in art, and as I grew older I started becoming more serious. I wanted to pursue this as a potential career option. forgot what I was saying. I don't know what I was saying. I just got distracted. My brother walked in, started talking to me. Yeah. The thing that really bothered me was repeating myself over and over again. I've got to get the watch time. But yeah, the main thing that used to bother me as a kid, my biggest art peeve, was when people asked you to teach them how to draw and then they would never follow up on it. They would never continue. They'd try to use it as like a get good at art quick scheme. But no. If you want to get good at art, keep practicing, keep at it. And you eventually will. Hope you guys have a good day or night. And I'll see you later. Bye.